Why is that what it is? Okay, here we go. I keep forgetting that I have to configure the audio input device to go into the audio input capture that you can see here. Kind of, yeah. But anyway, it's been a long time and I think I always start this by saying that I'm feeling incredibly like tired and low agency. So I mean, that's why I do this. I don't do this because I think people will watch this and it'll be fun and enjoyable. I'm basically like suffering. I'm not able to learn things. So I'm forcing myself to be on display so I can get anything done. So that's the goal. All right, so what I need to do in the next like 2 hours um, is fight off laziness and learn SQL Alchemy because I don't want to just write raw SQL queries again. That's a good exercise that I forced myself in my last Python project to just like get better at building data models and writing joins. But you know, there's an argument I should do it again, but I just can't because now there's like a team of people who are working on this project at work. We're a bunch of like data science AI people, so there's not a lot of knowledge on like how would you like people don't even they're not even familiar with they're more familiar with like a data warehouse than they are like an OLTP transactional database for a backend, right? So people don't think of Postgres as much as they would think about something else. So they can write queries, but not thinking about creating a data model, entity relationships, and that kind of thing. But this should make things easier because the goal is to, yeah, have an ORM, which may make things easier. Look, there's going to be value here, so I might as well learn it. It'll help me think about how to create these things and create a more structured app. So instead of having to build my own abstractions, I heard these abstractions are good. People like, do people say SQL Alchemy or SQL? I've always said SQL, so SQL Alchemy. Depends on what I'm talking about. Sometimes I'll say I'm writing SQL code. Okay, so this is our goal. I'm going to be pasting in documentation and getting challenges. This new GPT-4o is basically AGI, so I don't have to use like the advanced stuff anymore. I can just like paste it to 4o and I can have the AGI help teach me. And so I need to go ahead and get some skills before there's no reason to have them anymore because the AI writes the code. So this is really just like a surrogate activity. It's just an activity in desperation to be valuable while that's still a possibility. All right. Also, I'm having one of those days where I can't type. Like there's just days where I don't know how to type and I don't know what that is all about. All right. This is the this is the docs. They don't look great. They're not pretty. Um, that's my first. People recommend this, though. I just feel like I'm looking at this really should be like the SQLite documentation. Okay. Coming from FastAPI, I mean, coming from coming from this one, this was amazing. Anyway, all right, so I read over some of this stuff, but this is just the how to read the documentation. Interestingly, there's a core and there's an ORM. So for the core part, we have the blue. For the ORM part, you have this lighter greenish, tealish blue thing. And that is how you can discern which part of the documentation you're reading. All right, so let's copy this in. I'm going to keep this out of view for now. They don't even have a dark mode. There's no dark mode. Um, all right, so first things first, I have Python in here, right? Yeah. Okay. So first we need to install this thing. So what does that ask me to do? Challenge task, right? If I Oh yeah, I don't want to do that though. Okay. Well, we'll wait for the Postgres. All right, let's do a stopwatch on this stuff. just to see where we're at. Okay, that's an interesting idea. All right, so the first thing we need to do is establish a project. Call this one. Well, these are actually all just things I can do one at a time. So I'll go to the like the C1 as dang it, challenges here. Challenge one, challenge two. Yeah, let's do it like this. All right, let's play some intense. Well, no, I don't know if I should do music or not. I really don't. I was considering should I do, I'm eating, so I mute it when I eat. I was considering should I do a Vim for the entire project, but I should just do it at the, I should just do a Vim for the project. Will that matter? I think it won't matter. Whoops. Need a module, then. Takes a long time. Something I love recently is just being in, like, I'm using a VM right now. Uh, Using a Fedora VM. I just like doing that. There's something about just having a computer for free, virtual machines. I picked the wrong, like, I should have never done web dev and, like, data science and AI. And now I'm doing, like, AI engineering, and, like, that's the kind of stuff that I work on at a company that is not tech company, so I'm not great at it, but, like, it's the kind of thing I do. I work on applications that are involving either data or AI and that kind of thing, and also do like, yeah. But I just like the fact that you can create a computer from scratch as a virtual machine, like the infra and like being in the CLI and Linux, and like I've been doing Bash scripting. I would love to do that more often. I wish I was doing more of that stuff. Before I did this, I would just use WSL, Windows System Subsystem for Linux. I don't know why I would do that anymore. Just having an entire VM from scratch, like there's so many things that are limiting about WSL. Which feel I think it does like kind of use a hypervisor or can, but anyway. Um, okay, so let's get back into our project. Um, so whoops. I think I can just do this, right? Is this what we need? Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Let's change the name of this because I recognize that the first few may not be projects. So let's actually do that. C1. Okay, so I need some imports here. SQL. Is that not it? Reload the window. Oh, whoops. Sometimes this does the trick. Wait, I don't need the whole password. Is that good? Okay, see, I can't type today. SQLite. Let me just make sure I got that string right. SQLite plus PySQLite. This thing in the memory. Okay. Okay, it's saying it's not in there, which is, I really do think this has to do with the fact that I put my, oh, I know. That almost doesn't seem like the right one. It is the bin one, right? They're all the same, I think. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. So can we run this? Exits, everything's fine. Interestingly, what is like, do I need the library to be installed? I mean, I'm sure in some sense the answer is of course yes, but like, yeah, okay. All right, so we have create engine. I'm gonna eat really quick. Hold on. finished eating. Um, Didactic challenges that make me think. Like it's nice. Um, yeah, it's not that I'm asking this thing to not make the challenges hard or make me think. Um, it's that introducing material. What was the idea of that? Basically, that there's no need material early that will likely up next. In incoming documentation documentation chunks. Hopefully that's clear. All right. Okay. Let's get a better challenge because I shouldn't be looking ahead. There's a whole reason why we're doing this way. Like it won't be much. I get it. Like you wanted to make a challenge and this just doesn't feel like a challenge. But that's where we're at. So what exactly is the echo equals true thing? Echo true echo. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Putting this back on the other side. Oh, we don't have any time. I'm too slow. Okay, yeah, it's like 15 minutes, but hey, we're doing stuff. Yeah, so, okay, it's not AGI yet, but like, fine. It's really that easy. What did you write? That's cool. We're just gonna do the simple stuff. Um, Context manager with engine. There's nothing to do in there, right? And so what is this supposed to show me? I didn't, yeah, I'm still okay. I mean, I don't know, let's just run it. Yep. I would expect these to run in order. Okay. All right. Good enough for me. Can I run something simple here? Just like looking for it in the docs really quick, just to make it happen. Oh, let's do this too. Let's um, the version. It's fine. I know what the version is. I would have to do an import and not a from import. Come on. Okay. Um, so I know the original one wanted to show me something about the order, but the laziness. But that doesn't make any sense to me. How prints would show that. Anyway. Um, okay. Next docs. How would that work? I don't think this is gonna work. Doesn't make any sense. All right, we're not wasting time with this. That's not it. This is weird. Why is it being terrible? Oh, that's interesting. All right, too much detail. Let's do this. Okay. Let's just get this thing to It's a little weird. Either has, connect. This thing was so much better in all of my other conversations. Very weird. Dang it. Okay. What was it? Is that what it was? Create engine. Okay. Um, okay. We're doing this again in a different way. Apparently it does not have the skill I thought it did. Um, we're going all the way. It's worth it. All right, let's read while it's doing that. All right, so how does all this work? With the engine object ready to go, we can dive. Okay, so session appears to be, session is to connection as ORM is to the core. So you can write the usual SQL you want to write with text. Yeah, so it has a enter and exit that will close the connection, right? Just like an OS level thing you have to do. Okay. That's cool. So it's the same thing, right? I just need to make sure. We're talking about committing, but this is a select statement, so it doesn't matter, right? Just go to our old friend for a second. I pay too much money for these things. Judge me. Okay, is the transaction relevant or actually? Okay, I wasn't sure if it sounds like it rolls back what is an operation. Maybe you'd want to avoid that, but I didn't know if the commit is like saying don't. That's not how it works. I get it. I understand. It's always going to happen. All right, let's see what we got. I think it's weird that this thing didn't give me. I mean, this is like the best model we have in the world. Well, that's not true, but all right. All right, I think we're not going to do it this way. You know what? We're going old school. We're going old school. It's just not, it's too much trouble. We're just trying these things. Okay, let's get to a point where I feel like I understand data models in here, and then we're going to go into Postgres with the containerization stuff. We're going to go the whole way. Ow. Just like really cracked my fingers. Um, yeah, let's how do we formulate a Python project? How do we do the imports? We're gonna create the engine somewhere else. Um, I know I can just import if this is a good exercise because I always forget this stuff. I just have such bad memory. Okay, if I have this directory and I have another one, this one is called common, and inside of common I have a new file. That one is engine.py or something. Okay, here's what we have. Have this, have this, creates the engine, right? We no longer need this. So the question is, can I do? I don't know if I'll be able to. That's the real question. Yeah, so we need parent packages in here. Could modify the path. What we could do first is we could kind of print. It's just a weird glitch for a second. Oh yeah. I guess the question is, can I just put a, can I do this? Can I save it? Can we run this? I don't know. That would be cool. It's interesting that it says C1. Okay. This is the struggle. This is the struggle. That is what we have. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So what are we gonna do? Put this in here. Yeah, it is. And I think at least, yeah, it's not like this. It's like this. Okay, that's at least a little better. Probably what I should do is like import a connection string or something. But all right, eventually that's what we'll do. All right, let's try things. Wouldn't it be, I mean, come on. I'm just too into this style where you have to do the uppercase. We don't have text. Huh. It's interesting. Okay. Okay. All right, so we already know about this. Um, really? X and Y and okay. Start from some table. Okay. Four. Okay, that seems right. Select X from table. 1, 2. Okay. All right. But if I did a commit statement, I don't know. I think that this thing would restart every time, so it's not going to make a difference. Right. If I did it twice and I didn't commit here or here. Let's undo that actually. Let's just comment it out. If I didn't do this, would we get the same? That's weird. I thought that was the idea was that I guess creating tables just creates, it's not a transactional thing. So when you create a table, that just happens. So what does this mean for us? Now, if I commit, I don't have to do the second one, but yeah, I mean, it'll still do the same thing every time. This is a script and memory. Okay, I see the value in that for right now. All right, cool. Still don't really know what we're doing at all, but that's okay. Yeah, I need to like, because I'm not typing these things out, what's actually happening here. We're executing, and we've only done executes. We've done executes, that's it. Okay, so the ORM session would be the same, fetching rows. Okay, I'm okay with this. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I get that. Okay, let's move past this one. Go to a new, we'll call this one a new challenge. It's not really what's going on, but okay. So we have everything we need. We will say that the statement, I need to grab the initial code here to create this thing. That is it's a command. That is a where y is greater than whatever this constant y is. We're going to set it equal to 6, and I didn't put anything greater than that in here, so y here can be 7. Okay, we have that one. Now, the question is, can we do a with, uh, that sounds right? Import session. Execute statement. And then I will copy this part. It's almost like it's just better to just do things for row. I feel like, can I not do the unpacking stuff? Oh, yeah, I guess that works. That works, right? Okay. We won't even need it. All right. Okay. I'm one. All right. Makes sense. Well, it's positive. We'll end up doing that, right? All right, let's keep going. Database metadata, huh? I don't think I understand this. Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. It's not as directly set up with the ORM. Yeah, nice. Okay. because I want a VM, isn't it? I need more memory. That's what's going on. So metadata is required. At least I'm getting knowledgeable, okay? At least I'm understanding. It's funny how like this is what everything is. Turns out the secret to learning anything, there is no, you don't want anyone to like give you the answers and tell you the way. There's just a bunch of little things to learn that could be on or off. That could be one thing or the other, and they end up being this thing, and then you just like learn them. That is, if that's one theme of this year, you have to just like literally, oh, there's a metadata up. Like this is such a small, insignificant thing in like the world of all technology. But right now, this is what I have to focus on. Technology is actually like a lot about just knowing a bunch of little things, especially at this level. But yeah, at this way of doing things. All right, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, I see. Yeah. Could I also do this? Or that wouldn't work. Okay, that we can't do. Right? Okay. This is just something I'm gonna save because it's just too good. It just makes, this is the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, why would it? Okay. Yeah, I'm used to seeing the ORM stuff. No, this is actually a little bit the word I like to use too often. It's a little elucidating, illuminating, because we'll find out that this class that uh, inherits from something will actually be very much like this direct table class call. I actually want to like read ahead. Same idea. I think anyone watching this who knows me knows what I'm about to ask. Is there a reason to? That clears it up. Claude's seeming good right now. I don't know why I have it in my head that I should be using. All right. I think I get what they're doing here, actually. I need to fully understand this one. Like I can understand intuit. I could remember how to write this and be like, oh, I can just call them. But what's actually happening here? Because I recognize that. At least I know SQL a little better now. That's helpful. Um, but yeah, the joins here. So this backpopulates addresses is referring to this property, right? Why is it called backpopulates? I guess it will explain it. Oh, it names another relationship. Yeah, yeah. Like what's the, yeah, I'm trying to figure out what is the responsibility of this. What happens when you include and don't include this? Is this needed to grab all the addresses? This is a type. It's just not obvious what's going on here. I don't even know. All right, let's keep going. All right, what's going on here?
I suppose that's true for the most part. I'll take your word for it. Starting to like back populates because it just occurred to me that there is that common problem where you have like lots of entity relationships and you want to delete one thing and you like decide how it deletes everything else. This could save us a lot of time. This could be useful. I need like a week to prepare for tomorrow. I need a week to learn this stuff, but I do. This feels like this is like what you'd expect a really junior web developer to try to learn and do. But I'm also like trying to manage Databricks permissions and do Airflow, MongoDB stuff, and set up mounted volumes for Databricks. Learn Bash for CI/CD. I'm just doing a bunch of stuff, but it feels like it should be easy. It should not be that hard, actually. I'm gonna have to drive that forward. Okay, this is very interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Like I should wake up at 3 a.m. Like that's really what I need to do. Not doing that. All right, I'm going to bed and I'm gonna get up at 5. I guess that's what I'm gonna do. That's not enough time, right? Like I don't know enough. It's my only option though. All right, signing off.